this video, we are going to solve problem based on board plot. Actually, we are going to get phase margin and gain margin for the given system by using board plot. The actual given problem is sketch the board plot for the following transfer function and determine phase margin and gain margin. G of s equal to 75 into 1 plus 0.2s divided by s into s square plus 16s plus 100. So actually this is the quadratic equation. So if it is quadratic form in the denominator, so we have to take the quadratic equation first. S square plus 16s plus 100. Then we have to equate this with second order standard quadratic equation s square plus 2 eta omega n plus omega n square. So we have to compare these two equations. So now omega n square equal to 100. So therefore omega n equal to 10. So now we can consider this omega n is the omega h in the problem. So from this 2 eta omega n equal to 16. So we know omega n value 2 eta into omega n is 10 equal to 16. Therefore eta equal to 0.8. So we have calculated omega n value from this quadratic equation. So after that, so we have to convert this g of s into board form. So this is not a board form. So board form means the equation should be so like 1 plus terms. So here s is there, but here it is in quadratic equation. We have to convert this into 1 plus then s term, s square term. So likewise we have to convert. So therefore g of s equal to 75 into 1 plus 0.2s divided by s into s square plus 16s plus 100. So now to convert, actually it is in board form. This is s alone. Here this we have to convert into board form. So therefore 75 into 1 plus 0.2s divided by s into, to convert this quadratic equation into board form. So we have to, so actually board form is like 1 plus s square. So here maybe s square coefficient may be a, this may be b. So likewise we have to convert. So this is constant. So we have to take this 100 into outside. So we will get 1 plus then 16 divided by 100 s plus 1 divided by 100 into s square. So this is board form. So from this, now 75 divided by 100, 0.75 into 1 plus 0.2 s divided by, this is s into 1 plus 16 divided by 100, 0.16 s plus 1 divided by 100, 0.01 s square. So now this is board form. So now we have to replace s by j omega. Therefore g of j omega equal to 75 into 1 plus j omega 0.2 j omega divided by, for s, j omega into 1 plus 0.16 j omega plus 0.01 j omega the whole square. So now we can simplify this j omega the whole square. So we will get 75 into 1 plus 0.2 j omega divided by j omega into 1 plus 0.16 j omega. J square is minus 1, therefore minus 0.1 omega square. So from this, from g of j omega, so we have to find the corner frequencies. Actually here 0.2. So now omega, we can consider omega c1 equal to 1 coefficient of first term, so 1 by 0.2. So now 1 by 0.2 is 5 radian per second. So after that, for quadratic equation we already calculated omega n equal to omega h equal to 10 radian per second. So therefore we have to write the terms. So from this first term is, so what is the j omega term, separate term, that we have to consider first. So here 0.7, if it is j omega in the numerator we have to consider. If it is in the denominator we have to consider like constant divided by j omega. So it is in denominator, therefore first term 0.75 divided by j omega. This is the first term. The next term is, this is corner frequency, we have to consider ascending order. So first for this no corner frequency, so next corner frequency is 5 radian per second. So next 10. So corresponding term is 1 plus 0.02 j omega. So this we have to write first. Then after that 10, corner frequency is 10, corresponding term is this quadratic form. So 1 divided by, it is 1 divided by 1 plus j 0.16 omega minus 0.01 omega square. So now what we have to do? So we know already for j omega we have to use plus 20 decibel as slope. If suppose j omega square, we have to multiply this plus 20 with 2. Suppose 1 by j omega means, so we have to use minus 20. Suppose 1 by j omega square means minus 20 into 2. If suppose the term is like 1 plus j omega means, so we have to use plus 20. If it is square means we have to multiply with 2. Suppose 1 by the same term square means we have to use minus 20 for square into 2. Therefore, so according to this concept, so for 1 by j omega, so we have to use minus 20 decibel first. Then actually it is plus 20. So according to this plus 20. If it is square, we have to multiply with 2. So here 1 by quadratic form. So actually for quadratic equation, highest power is square. So if it is in denominator, we have to use minus 20. If highest power is 2 means, so minus 20 into 2 minus 40. So we have to use minus 40. So now we have to write the same 20 here. Then we have to add this minus 20 with this plus 20. Therefore plus 20 minus 20 equal to 0. Then we have to add this 0 with, we have to add this 0 with this minus 40. So 0 minus 40, we will get minus 40. So now slopes are 0 and 40. Actually from this table, so this is nothing but omega c1. This we have to consider as omega c2. So here it is omega c2, omega n equal to omega c2. So now we have to select lowest corner frequency. So we know omega c1 equal to 5 radian per second. Omega c2 equal to 10 radian per second. So we have to select a lowest corner frequency that should be less than this 5. That means omega c1. So here 5. So we can select lowest corner frequency as 0.5 radian per second. So we can select less than 5, any value less than 5. So now here we have to select omega h. It should be higher than this 10. So we can select any value. So now I am going to select 20 radian per second. So now at omega equal to, for lowest corner frequency omega L, I am going to calculate the magnitude value in decibel. Magnitude in decibel equal to 20 log, what is first term we have to consider. So from the table, first term is 0.75 divided by j omega. 0.75 divided by j omega we have to consider only magnitude. Therefore 20 into log of 0.75 divided by, here omega value equal to 0.5. Finally A equal to 3.5 decibel. So next, first corner frequency at omega equal to omega C1 equal to 5 radian per second. So we have to use the same formula, 20 log 0.75 divided by j omega magnitude. So 20 into log 0.75 divided by 5. So now we will get minus 16.5 decibel. Next, at omega equal to omega C2, so equal to 10. So for this we have to use one formula, A equal to slope from omega C1 to omega C2, omega C1 to omega C2 into log omega C2 divided by omega C1 plus previous gain at previous frequency omega C1. So gain at omega C1. So now, so what is the slope to move omega C1 to omega C2? So from this table, to move from omega C1 to omega C2, its slope is 0. Therefore we have to substitute 0 into log omega C2 is 10 divided by omega C1 is 5. So in 0 into anything, 0. Now previous gain is gain at omega C1. So gain at omega C1 equal to minus 16.5. Therefore now at omega equal to omega C2, gain A equal to same minus 16.5 decibel. So now once again we have to use the same formula, omega equal to omega h equal to 20. So now A equal to, so we have to use the same formula, slope from omega C2 to omega h. Here omega C2 to omega h. So from omega, this is omega C2. From omega C2 to next corner frequency, the slope is minus 40. Therefore minus 40 into log omega h is 20, omega C2 is 10 plus gain at previous corner frequency is 10 minus 16.5. So now gain equal to minus 28.5 decibel. So now we can consider this is point A, this is point B, so this is point C, this is point D. So in the similar sheet, so we have to, actually here magnitude is, this is 3.5, this is minus 16.5, this is minus 16.5, this is minus 20.5. So we see, so we have to mark the decibel magnitude in decibel against the corner frequencies. So corner frequencies are 0.5, 5, 10, 20. Corresponding magnitude in decibel are 3.5, minus 16.5, minus 16.5, minus 28.5. So therefore we have to select. So actually we know in the similar sheet, so this is 0.1, this is 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, then 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then this is 10 means 11, 12, 13, 15. So this line is 11. This is 12. Sorry, this is 20. This is 30, 40, 50. Then this is 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So likewise it will continue. So it is omega in log scale. So we got the magnitude is like 3.5, minus 16.5, minus 16.5, minus 28.5. Therefore, this if we select this is 0, our highest value in positive is 3.5 only. So therefore, for 1 unit in y-axis, so we can select 5 decibel. Therefore, this is 0, 5, 10. So in the negative side, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20, minus 25. Likewise, it will continue. So now, for omega, for lowest corner frequency 0.5, its magnitude is, so this is 0.5. We see this is 0.5. Its magnitude is 3.5 decibel. So this is 0. So this is 0.5 line 0. So 3.5 means it will come here. So we can mark like this. Then next corner frequency omega C1. That corner frequency is 5. So therefore from the similar, this is the 5. Corresponding gain is minus 16.5. So we see this is 15. It means 16.5 will come here. So this is 5 means 16.5 will come almost here. Then next omega equal to 10. So this is 10. The same 16.5 means we have to mark here. Then next we have taken as 20. So this is the 20. Its corresponding value is minus 28.5. So this is 20. This is 25. So 28.5 means it will come here. Now by using scale we have to connect all these points. So we see. So we have to connect these 2 points, then these 2 points, then this line. So we know decibel values. So we know the slope. So first minus 20, 0 and minus 40. So we see in the Semilock sheet. So we have to mark the slope also. This is minus 20 decibel per second slope is. So this is 0 decibel per second. Its slope is minus 40 decibel per second. So this is nothing but the magnitude plot. Next. So now, so for this system, so we have to write the angle equation. So angle phi equal to g of j omega, angle of phi equal to angle of g of j omega equal to, so for first, so for this one, for first term, for this first we have to consider 1 by j omega. So only j omega, not square. So it is in the denominator, therefore we have to use minus. So here only one term. If it is square we have to use 90 into 2. But here only one term, therefore minus 90. Then next term, it is in numerator, therefore we have to use plus tan inverse of imaginary 0.2 divided by its real value 1. So 0.2 omega divided by 1. So next third term, it is a quadratic equation. It is also in the denominator, therefore we have to use minus. Then so for quadratic equation, so first for square term alone we have to add 180 degree. So if it is in the denominator we have to use plus 180. If it is this quadratic in the numerator, here we have to use minus 180. So it is in the denominator, therefore 180 plus 180 plus, so this common is, this minus is common to this both, therefore here 180 plus then tan inverse of imaginary 0.16 omega divided by real is 1 minus 0.01 omega square. Actually for if it is in the denominator we have to use minus 180 for square term alone. So it is also in the denominator, but we have considered minus is common, therefore we can use plus 180 plus tan inverse of imaginary divided by real. So if we multiply this minus inside, it will become minus 180 minus tan inverse of this term. So now we have to, for various from the Semilock sheet, so we see now frequencies are 0.1, 0.5, 1, 5, 10, 50, 100. So likewise we can select the same value we can write here. So 0.5, 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. Then next, so this is the first term. tan inverse of 0.2 omega, it is in degree. The next term we have to calculate is tan inverse of 0.16 omega divided by 1 minus 0.01 omega square. For various value of omega, we can calculate this term and this term. To get phi, we have to substitute first term and second term into this equation. Finally, we can calculate the phi value. So for 0.5, first term is 5.7. The second term is 4.6. We have to substitute this 5.7 here, 4.6 here. We will get phi. That value is minus 88.9, approximately equal to minus 88 degree. Then similarly, we have to consider omega. We have to calculate all this value. For first term, we will get 11.3. Then second term 9.2. So if we substitute both value here and here, we will get phi value equal to minus 87.9. It is almost minus 88 degree. Similarly, for omega equal to 5, we will get first term 45 degree, second term 46.8. Final value is minus 91.8, approximately equal to minus 92 degree. Then for 10, we will get 63.4. Here we will get 90 degree. Then final value is 116.6, approximately we can say minus 116 degree. Then for 20, we will get 75.9. Then for second term, we will get 132.2. So approximately here we will get minus 147.3, which is equal to minus 148 degree. Then for 50, we will get 84.3. Here we will get 161.6. So we will get minus 167.3, approximately equal to minus 168 degree. Finally, we selected 100, 81.5 first term. Second term we will get 170.8. So we will get minus 173.7. Finally, we will get minus 174 degree. So this we can say point E, this F, G, H, I, J, then K. So in the Semilog sheet, for various value of omega, which is already we have marked, then based on this angle values, we have to mark the x-axis. We see it is all in the negative. So therefore, from this Semilog sheet, if we consider this is 0, so we can consider 1 unit equal to 20 degree, minus 20, or we can say 20 degree. So it is minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80. So likewise up to minus 80 we have to mark here. So now for 0.5. So for 0.5, what is the angle? Minus 88 degree. So for 0.5, angle is minus 88. Therefore, minus 88 means it will come here. So we can mark. Then for 1, its corresponding angle also the same, minus 80. Then next for 5, corresponding angle is minus 92. This is 5. The corresponding angle is, so this is 90. So 92 means it will come here. Then for 10, corresponding angle is minus 116. So this is 10. So this is 100. So 116 means it will come here. This is minus 116. For 50, so next for 20, corresponding angle is minus 140. It is this may be this is 20, minus 148 is it will come here. The next for 50, minus 168, it is 50. So minus 168 will come here. Then for 100, minus 174. So this is 100, minus 174 will come here. So now we have to connect all these points. So actually we don't know at what omega value it will reach minus 180 degree. Now we can say from this graph we can easily say at omega equal to infinity only, this line will reach minus 180 degree. So now from this graph, from the given problem, two required things are gain margin and phase margin. So from this graph, gain margin is nothing but at minus 180 degree, the phase plot will cut or cross minus 180 degree. The corresponding frequency is phase crossover frequency. At phase crossover frequency, what is the magnitude in magnitude plot? That is nothing but the gain margin. We see actually this phase plot is not cutting with the minus 180 degree. So from this plot we can easily say this phase plot will cut the minus 180 degree at omega equal to infinity. So omega equal to infinity is nothing but the phase crossover frequency. The corresponding magnitude plot value also infinity. Therefore gain margin equal to minus infinity. So here it is going through minus, therefore we can say minus infinity decibel. So next one is phase margin. So we know the formula to calculate phase margin equal to 180 degree plus phi GC, the angle at gain crossover frequency. So now we have to calculate the gain crossover frequency. Gain crossover frequency is the frequency at which the magnitude plot will cross 0. So we see at this point only magnitude plot is crossing 0. So we see this is 0, magnitude plot is crossing. So this is 0, this magnitude plot is crossing 0 at this point. Therefore the corresponding frequency, so we can, this is the frequency at which it is crossing. So the corresponding angle, so this is the point, the corresponding angle is minus 88 degree. So we have to substitute phase margin equal to 180 minus 88 degree. So we will get 92 degree. So now from the given problem, gain margin equal to minus infinity decibel, phase margin equal to plus 92 degree.